Hey guys, welcome back to the Cosmic Panel, where today we're going to be discussing One Piece Season 2. For anyone who doesn't know, I am quite familiar with One Piece. I have caught up fully with the manga, the anime, and everything else. And I believe, Luke, what's your familiarity with One Piece?
So I basically just know that it's like the longest running manga of all time.
That's fair,
And
yeah.
I watched and yeah, and I watched like kind of bits and pieces of the anime, just like if it was on Toonami and stuff like that. But other than that, really nothing. And then the live action show, the Netflix show, I watched the first season, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So I'm curious. You watched the first season before watching the second season, like in
Mhm.
in like tandem. How was watching the first season for you?
So it took me a second to kind of get onto the vibe. It feels very I'm gonna absolutely butcher the pronunciation, but and you'll probably know it because you're a big Power Rangers fan.
Mm.
Tokusatsu.
Yeah, yeah. No, you said it correctly. Tokusatsu.
Okay, so like the idea of just like kind of taking something that feels very silly
Cartoony.
to yeah
Yeah.
cartoonish to a degree and trying to just ground it in reality in a way that doesn't take away what makes it so fun in the first
Yeah.
place. Yeah, I mean it drew me in, I think, by the sincerity, and it's incredibly engaging, and I think that the production design is like some of the best we've seen since like
It's
I don't know,
really
Star
good.
Wars. Like it's really well done.
The amount of
Um
boats.
Dude, I mean, the things that they're building for this are incredible. The budget must be absurd.
Yeah, I so let's I'm glad that you enjoyed season 1. I enjoyed it quite a bit as a fan of the anime.
Hmm.
There's a lot of like good parts of it that I really enjoy, that I think it does well, especially because it condenses some storylines out into like one episode, which honestly works for a lot of
Hmm.
stuff. For me, my biggest gripe of season 1 was I really didn't like the Arlong fight. It's way
Mm,
more intense in the anime and the manga. Like
really?
Luffy's like on death's door,
Wow,
and
okay.
then like, or not necessarily. He's getting bitten by Arlong, and then he does the like
Hmm.
the foot stamp, and when it takes down the entire building, there's like even more of a reverence to it. Like it's,
Wow.
I don't know. It's just something where it's like I don't think live action could translate it super well.
Hmm.
And I think I had that same gripe this time with the Wapple fight.
I was just gonna say that. Well, we'll get to it, but
Yeah,
yeah, I was okay.
the
I'm glad we
Wapple
have.
fight in the anime takes place outside fully.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and the same thing with the Arlong fight is like most of the Arlong fight is outside. And
Hmm.
then they like Arlong literally throws him into the building. And it's like a whole moment where like he sees like all the maps of Nami and goes, "Oh, I need to take down this entire building."
Okay.
So it has like a little bit more like gravitas to it because it's like they were fighting outside this entire time, and now Arlong threw him in, and it's like Luffy just like got fucking
Yeah.
chucked through a building. uh they really make you feel like he's made out of rubber in the
Yeah.
anime.
He feels very Mr. Fit. Oh, in the anime?
In
Okay.
the anime, but I'd also agree in the show too. I think
Hmm.
they definitely Yuki, I always forget his last name, but he's really great as Luffy. Honestly, I think he's perfect
He
casting as
he's
Luffy.
got so much energy that it's like beaming.
That's Luffy.
He's great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Like, we can start with, I guess, just. I mean, should we just start from the beginning of the
Yeah, let's
season?
just start with episode 1 of season 2. So, Logtown. Logtown
Mm.
is a very interesting arc because in the original manga, this was supposed to be when the story ended. Like,
For the first like arc.
no, like when he did his original pitch, he was like 100 chapters, and like by the time they got to this, it was already 100 chapters, and it was like he would have like ended the story by this point.
Hmm.
And then obviously it just kept going
Yeah, yeah,
as he
yeah.
kept on having more and more ideas and more people like it. But this arc is really great because it really sets up a lot of like cool stuff. I think especially in the Netflix show, I think it does it pretty well. Like you get the Zoro getting his swords, which is,
I was just gonna say. Okay. Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit's
yeah.
as cool as it is in the anime. Seriously, like
Okay.
he also chucks
So,
it up and just sticks his arm out and just has it like slide by.
so part of me was waiting for that to come back, and I imagine it will probably further down the line. But like, I was waiting for the curse to actually be somewhat like a utility, if that makes any sense.
Not necessarily. I guess I can tell you this. It's not that exactly cursed. It's that it has
Mm,
like a will of its own, and so it's looking
okay.
for the master that's strong enough.
Okay, I see. Okay.
And so like when it chooses Zoro, it chooses Zoro, and it's kind of like
Mm,
it's like okay, we're locked in now.
I see, and that's why the shop owner was like, just take it. Like,
Yeah, like the
okay.
at Whiskey Peak in the anime, like the sword starts fighting against him. Not like literally, but like he tries to swing and like it doesn't cut as deep, and he's like, "Why are you fighting against me?" And he forces it to
Talks to
work
it.
for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
All
later in
right.
the series, he gets other swords. At a certain point, he exchanges that sword for another sword to get an even more cursed sword.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Fantastic.
yeah, exactly. But it's like, oh man, he just keeps running into cursed swords. It's really funny. But Zoro's great. I love the casting department for this. Great. All the actors on point. Like
They know exactly what they're in. They're not trying to like make it anything more than this is One Piece put into live action.
yeah,
You know, they're not taking it too seriously. They're not like giving a shit and like having too much fun, but they know exactly what they're doing.
yeah. No, it's
That's like,
it's
you know.
great.
Yeah, I
um,
mean,
I was just gonna say with that first episode though, I think a big standout for me was Smoker.
mm, yeah, he's sick.
I'm gonna deduct the point though because he didn't have two cigars in his mouth consistently.
I love
Because
the double barrel cigar. That's
he
sick.
he he has that. I kid you not, in the entire show. Like he doesn't take it out of his mouth when he talks.
That's great. Yeah, so the one thing for some, and like I haven't read the anime, I haven't read the manga or watched the anime, but he reads to me as someone to be in like the in his mid 40s, and this he seems like he's like early 30s, mid 30s.
Yeah, he's no in the anime he's supposed to be like in the manga he's supposed to be like 30s. It's just his hair is white just because
Okay,
it's like that thing where it's like the color of hairs are just weird in this
just
universe. There's
okay
like
for like
blue haired
cosmetics and stuff
people
like
and
that.
orange haired people, and
Yeah, yeah,
no one
yeah.
just
Naomi's
fucking
got that
questions it.
pure orange hair.
But he's supposed to be basically um the through line for Smoker is that he's supposed to be the Garp to Luffy's Roger.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the through
Yeah, because
line.
they allude to the fact that he's related to Roger.
Yeah, yeah, they
Okay.
do allude to that, which I won't tell you whether or not it's true or not because
Mm.
I think you'll be interested to find out what that is.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
really don't know how far the series is gonna go, man. They got so.
Dude, if they follow I mean, it could go 10 years, right? Or maybe even
I
longer.
mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
could go longer. The thing is that like one, they would need to approve the season like back to back, which they already approved season 3 back to back with season
Okay.
2, which means that they were recording it, which makes sense
I was
because
just going to say, did they film back to back as well?
yeah, they did.
Okay.
Which makes sense because season 3 is so the way season 2 ends with how it feels like a cliffhanger. That's because the
Mm-hmm.
entire thing is like one saga. He does like sagas and then arcs
Mm-hmm.
inside sagas.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I took a look at like what they have on Netflix, and it like does break it up as like the Grand Line, and then Blue East. I think is the first one, right?
yeah, East Blue, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So each island is kind of its own arc in a lot of
Okay.
ways. That's why like Little Garden is like its own arc.
I was just gonna,
Like
yeah,
like
yeah.
each island is its own thing, and then like Alabasta's like the overarching plot.
Mm.
And then we get more of those as the series progresses, where there's like there'll be like people that join the crew just for a time, just to finish a certain goal, and then like,
Mm.
but the Alabasta arc is like the arc that is considered like the like hook, line, and reel for a lot of people,
Mm.
where it's like if you get into Alabasta, like you're in it, you know?
Okay. Hell yeah. I'm excited to go there.
Yeah. But yeah, so with that first episode, I mean, it's great. You get to see a lot of cool character interactions. There's some changes that I think are really interesting.
Okay.
Bartolomeo, the guy with the green hair, he's a character that gets
Yes.
introduced way later in the series.
Really?
Like way later in the series, and they introduce him really early on.
Huh.
So
I guess
I'm
he's coming back.
like he's like in the second half of the series he gets introduced. Like he's
Wow.
not going to be appearing anytime soon.
That's wild that they cast him already.
Yeah, I know. I was very surprised when I saw him. I was like, "Did you already cast him?" I was like, because like he didn't have a story in that, like he wasn't in that arc, period. Like there wasn't anything with him, or even like retroactively, like they didn't include him in like scenes later on,
Mm-hmm.
retroactively.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the whole thing with his arc, is that he becomes a fan of Luffy,
Okay.
and then he goes out into the
Like a.
Grand Line and starts the Straw Hat Fleet.
Oh, I see. Okay. For a second, I thought you meant like fan, as in like. I get what you mean. Like a Flash Thompson is a fan of
Yes,
Spider-Man.
he literally starts the Straw Hat Fleet is just the Luffy fan club, straight up,
Okay.
unironically.
Okay.
Like at one point he's like at multiple points he's like, I don't want a fleet. I don't want a fleet.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
because they
yeah.
keep on being like, guys, we are like 10 ships strong. We have like
Oh, that's so
1,000
good.
men. We're all swearing our lives to Luffy, and Luffy's like, fucking get out of here,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. So, something that I find really great about this show is that all the characters are distinctively them. Like
Yes.
there's not like you could read probably any of the lines from the script and you would maybe be able to tell who it was, like just by knowing the character, like the personality. And like Luffy's a great character. He's just this person with kind of an unbreakable conviction towards piracy and the idea of like exploring the unknown and, fighting for the little guy and like trying to, do what's right by what he means of being a pirate. And I don't know, there's just a lot of great stuff to grab one here. Like,
Yeah.
just, yeah. I mean, I was, something that kind of I found great was this has like the core thing that I love about any type of manga or anime, which is like weird abilities with weird people.
Yeah.
Like you get like
It's so fucking
Mr. 3 or number 3, is it number 3 or Mr. 3?
Mr. 3, yeah, with the cum fruit.
Yeah, he's got the
The
wax fruit.
Sorry. It looks like,
Yeah, the cum fruit. Yes.
God, man.
But I mean, David Dalsmautian is
I loved him.
incredible.
He's like, have you seen the original design for Mr. 3? He looks exactly like him. Like he looks
I was gonna say he looks eerily
exactly
like him. Yeah.
It's actually terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, the casting, I would say overall,
The casting's great.
fantastic.
I'm so excited for Crocodile. Oh man.
So, all right, I'm curious who.
Which, speaking of Flash Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, it felt like we were returning to an age of television that wasn't afraid to go big.
Yeah.
And that could just be because they have like an outline to a degree to follow instead of just blowing money up the wazoo and then being like, all right, well, what do we do with this now? They kind of have like some type of map, no pun intended, to follow.
But I get exactly what you're saying, though. This feels like a show that like would appear, that you would like tune in every 10 p.m. on like Saturday or something, and it would just be like 21 season long show.
Yeah, I love that they're doing practical effects where they can, and the CGI that is there is pretty freaking good. I mean, it's not, some of the scenes are like, okay, it's CGI, but for most of it, I mean, the budget allocation on the show, brilliant.
Oh, it's smart.
The fact that they saved most of the CGI towards the end, where you're just watching Chopper, where like you could tell like they really put money into that character.
That was my biggest concern going into season 2, was like leaving season 1 was like, fuck. Because like season 1, you see all these practical effects, and I was like, fuck, how are they going to do Chopper? Because like, I was like, man, I guess you could do a puppet, but like it really would feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad with what they did with him. And yeah, like you said, the budget allocation's really smart. Like genuinely, like they squeeze out every cent they can, which is honestly how most TV shows should be run. But
yeah, I mean, a lot of the times it's going towards the cast, but I feel like in this, the cast is probably not getting paid like Robert Downey Jr. money. So
no, definitely not. I mean, I believe that Inuyaki is like, he's like worked with Netflix before, but this is like his first major role. The actor for Zoro is very used to like working in Japan, which in the first season was really funny because he kept on being like, he would keep doing the fight scenes, and they kept on they were like, okay, we need you to do like double that speed, and he's like, okay, that's fine, I've been holding back the entire time. because he's so used to, in Japanese fight scenes, the choreography is moving so fast.
Yeah, because everyone's just, it's
so like
part of the main thing.
That's why he seems so fast in the choreography, because it's like American choreography versus like Japanese stuntmen. So
Yeah, the
like
stunts are great in this.
he's great. He's great.
The choreography and stunts are really sick.
If I had one complaint about Zoro,
Mhm.
one complaint, he doesn't use three swords enough.
He's probably like, I don't want to put it in my mouth anymore.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
like that's like my one thing is like because in the anime he does that like he'll just put it in there just for like one move.
Yeah.
Like he'll put it the moment that you know he's serious is when he puts the bandana on. Like that's the moment where you know
Mm,
he's locked in. Literally
okay.
every time he puts on the bandana, he doesn't lose, except with the time he lost with Mihawk. That was the only
Oh,
time.
yes, yes, yes.
He has a like a non-lose record for that. Whenever
Wow.
he puts on the bandana, like he's locked in, like he just wins.
That's awesome.
He
He's a great
he
character.
loses one time, but that's also because he was literally ripped in half and like was bleeding.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
I straight up thought they were gonna chop off his leg at some point, or he was gonna chop
in the
off his
anime they
leg.
try to.
Okay.
In the
I was like,
so in the anime, he in the manga he permanently has scars on his ankles because he
mm,
literally cuts through halfway through. Like when Chopper sees that's actually the reason why he doesn't. So in the anime when they go to Drum Island,
mm,
he's like chilling in the water and stuff. And I like to think that Oda was like, maybe we shouldn't make the guy who almost just chopped off his feet climb an entire mountain.
yeah. I'm glad that they touch on that a little more in the anime. But yeah, I mean like he's great. I think Soju is great.
Sanji,
Sanju, excuse me. Sanji is great. I like that they talk about his backstory.
which is not something you get until way like you get like the chef stuff, you get like the
Mm,
Baratier stuff,
yeah.
and for the longest time in the series, you think that's his full backstory, which is like to
Mm,
be fair, that's a lot. That's a
mm.
like for any normal character that would be like okay, that's enough like tragic backstory. Trust me, his childhood is even worse.
Okay.
It's
All
somehow
right.
it's somehow even worse.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so like them hinting at his mom was like surprising because I was like, man, but I love that. That's fully original to the show.
Okay.
That entire scene. I'll say this: I think this version of Sanji is better than the manga and anime version. Period.
Really? Is that just because he's more charismatic? Like he has
He's
some type
one
of.
more charismatic. He's two. He's not a complete pervert. In the
Well,
show,
that's a big thing
he's
in.
like literally a sex pest. It's like
Uh,
it gets like in the beginning of the show, he's very charming, but like
mm,
as the series progresses, it just like he just devolves into the haha women, which is just like
okay.
it gets so bad. It like I wish it's like a lot of people just go, this is just character assassination. Like it
Mm,
gets really bad. But so like seeing
wow.
this version of Sanji, and it's like God, how do I even explain how bad he is? He doesn't even cook in the later half of the series that much anymore because he's just always swooning over women. Like
Oh
that
wow.
that's his bit instead of cooking, which is crazy because he's the cook.
I like the idea that like he's the best cook in the entire world. Like every person who tries his food is like, I love you. What is this?
He's even in the anime like there's a really cool like anime like original thing that they did
Mm,
where a bunch of like there was like a cooking competition and like the marine chefs were like we're gonna beat you we're gonna because he was like going against their head chef and she like cooks this phenomenal meal and like she's using the best parts and throwing away the worst parts and then he goes okay and he grabs all the worst parts that she threw
mm.
away and makes a meal that's even better than hers.
That's sick.
And it's like, yeah. And all the other chefs are just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm trying. Sorry, I mean he's awesome, and yeah, I mean I don't know. I just thought I love a good serialized television show where there are moments that are kind of like, and I guess this it benefits from the idea that there's so much in an arc that you can condense it in this way where it's like one part of the story is you're going to Little Garden and then one part is you're going to the Drum Island. So like I do like that it helps the pacing for sure of the
Yeah.
show to keep it kind of like moving but also impactful because you're not like you're getting new stuff to discover with the characters in a sufficient amount of time, which I just think is really helpful. So something that I wanted to say was the editing is really good, just
Yeah,
overall.
the maps, the bounty poster stuff, and like
So that, but I just mean in general. The pacing's really nice and tight. I feel like there's really barely any scenes that were unnecessary. it's just, I don't know, it felt very clean. I'm not sure who did the editing, and I'm sure if you're editing this, you could put, the name up somewhere, but because they
Yeah,
deserve it, they're very good. But yeah, I mean, just like a lot of the technical stuff in the show is really well done.
yeah,
The directing is good. I think some of the dialogue is goofy, but that's probably just because it's from a manga and
yeah.
anime. But there's a lot of good scenes and like good lines where like, there's a lot of good stuff coming from one of the giants where he's talking about like you know bravery, which is this is like it's said in
It's
a
not
lot
the
of different
absence of
film and
fear.
television. Yeah, but it's like the act of actually pushing through the fear than it is. But I don't know for kids who maybe I don't know if this is necessarily a kids show, but for younger audiences who might discover this, it's a nice message delivered the way that it is.
The funny thing is that like the original show was just as bloody as this.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
the anime
yeah,
is.
the original anime is just as bloody as this.
I mean, it's on Toonami.
They tried
You know.
making four kids version. That
Mm,
shit sucked. Like that shit was ass. Like
mm.
they instead of they would like take specific scenes and like completely just like change them.
Butcher 'em.
Yeah, like there were for example, I think instead of a sword, a marine was holding up like a potted plant. And like, yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, man. And
Yeah,
then
what are you trying to
Sanji,
do
every time he
here?
appeared, instead of smoking a cigarette, he was sucking on a lollipop.
That's so
It's
stupid.
so stupid. It's so stupid. Anyway, it got canned after after the Alabasta saga because everyone
Yeah,
was
they
like, "This
figured out they couldn't
sucks."
do it.
So canonically, the Straw Hats literally just die
Bruh.
because there's like the next scene after Alabasta is like a ship falling on top of them, and then that was when it get
Sorry. I had my thing on. Sorry, go ahead.
that caught me off guard.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good, you're good. So the last thing that happens after Alabasta is literally a ship falls on top of them, and like it's just like that's the last episode, and it's like,
Oh my
well,
god.
they're just dead, I guess.
Wow, okay. So, I mean, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say. I don't know. Overall, it's a really well done, engaging, fun show. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I
It
think
really feels like you're going on an adventure with these characters, and it's believable with the budget that they have, and it's entertaining the way that they split it up, and it doesn't feel overcrowded with the because there are a lot of characters, but it doesn't feel overcrowded.
yeah. I think my biggest complaint was that like Luffy's fights can feel a tad underwhelming. I think that's like just because the other fights are so good.
Hmm.
Like Zoro's fights are so good, the rest of the fights are
Hmm.
so good, and then like it's not even against the effect. It's just like it doesn't feel like it has as much like force behind it, especially with the Wapple fight. Like the Wapple fight takes place outside the entire time, and it feels really good because there's a lot of space for Luffy to move, a lot of like cool stuff for him to do. And like
Hmm.
when Wapple goes to shoot the flag is at the top of the castle. So Luffy,
So he jumps up
yes,
and
exactly,
yeah,
and
he
he
can pull.
tanks the shot for it. And so it's a really cool visual of him like basically like moon landing, like holding the flag,
That's
the
cool.
stick broke, and he's just like fully like burnt, like the jacket's all
That's
fucked
great.
up. And like while I get what they were trying to do with the inside, and I understand why production wise,
Hmm.
it was missing a tad of that where I was like, the
The open space. I get you.
yeah, like a little bit of the like I it's just limited is limited, which is
Hmm.
fair. To be fair, it's a series that like you can't just do nonstop open spaces.
Hmm.
Honestly, the fact that they did so much a Little Garden was probably where they blew
Yeah, I
most
wonder
of
where
their
they filmed
budget.
that. Yeah, I mean, I love that they did that practically too. I'm sure they did force perspective to some degree, and just yeah, I don't know. Like the best way I could describe this show is fun
Yeah,
because it does know what it is. It's not trying to blow you away in like in a cinematic way. I mean, it is just by proxy of being like something filmed, but it's not taking itself too seriously, which is I think what a lot of anime can't seem to balance between like understanding what the material has an impact on and then like that it is anime. Like Cowboy Bebop is awful compared to the anime. Like
still haven't
that
watched it honestly because I was
don't
like, no, I'm
just
not
don't
going to.
just don't. It's literally it feels it's abysmal. But yeah, I
Which
mean like
weirdly enough, I thought like out of all the animes that would translate because there's no abilities.
they didn't have the right crew behind it.
Hmm.
It was very obvious they didn't know how to streamline it in a way that I think people would because it is like the whole idea is it's a noir It's like a cyberpunk noir mixed with
like space opera. Yeah.
yeah, space opera exactly. Like it's adjacent to Blade Runner is what I would say.
No,
And that
100%.
like does have some type of reverence to it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this balances that line perfectly, and I'm just excited to see where they go. I love that we keep getting introduced to more characters who have eaten the devil's fruit.
Usopp made a joke of man, does everyone have a devil fruit? And I literally said out loud, I was like, boy, you don't even know the fucking half of it, man.
And I like that the abilities are silly.
So many devil fruits.
Like, my God.
Man, I will say, some of these fruits, bro, you couldn't fucking pay me money to even. Like, some of the fruits, man, are just rough, bro. like there's like later in the series, someone apparently they introduced devil fruit encyclopedia, which is like someone like actually took the time to write all of them, and I'm like, boy, if half of these people knew the fruits that they have, they would not have fucking eaten that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the show's really great. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I mean, I don't know how the fuck they're going to adapt the rest of the season. But honestly, if they finish with Alabasta, I think people will still be satisfied. If they like end Alabasta season 3 with being like, watch the anime, I think most people would be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like most people would be like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of in. Because like Alabasta's like this is really like once you finish this arc, it's like, well, okay, now you kind of have to finish it because you're like so bought into these characters. You're like, oh man, I got to know what's up with Chopper. I got to know what's up with Zoro. But yeah, great show. Yeah, I think I give this a 3.5 out of 5.
I think that I would probably meet you there, but if you can get into the world and look at it from the view of this is basically a translation of a cartoon into a real life, which is what it is, but not trying to look at it as like a TV show almost. 4 out of 5.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I agree. It depends on how much you buy into it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
You
1,000%.
Whatever you put into it is how much you'll get out of it.
1,000%. That's a
like
great way to
if you're down for like Smallville-esque fucking like Superman TV shows, this is it. This is it for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Where you're like, how the fuck do they keep having meteor freaks every week? Like that's it. Like this is that show.
The same way.
But yeah. Well, until next time, I hope you guys enjoy, and remember to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics. See ya.
Take care, guys.